Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the culture dancers. A round of applause for the culture dancers. Thank you so much. You are very welcome once again to the press launch of the Uganda One Festival. And quick shout out to all our partners and sponsors: Uganda Tourism Board, SBL Media, UPRS, Explore Uganda, Operation Wealth Creation, and URSB. Thank you all for coming through. Now, in a short while, we are going to be getting the welcome remarks. But before all that, I'd like us to stand up for the national anthem. May we all stand up for the national anthem. DJ. Thank you so much. We can take our seats. Once again, good afternoon and welcome once again to the press launch of the Uganda One Festival. Now, the Uganda One Festival, the national celebration of Uganda's creative and cultural economy, and it is going to be taking place on the 8th and 9th of January 2026. Now, we've seen what the Operation Wealth Creation can do. They have done a lot a lot of great things to support creatives, and this time they are back bigger and better. First, we had the Janzi Awards that happened in the year 2022, I think. They happened in 2022. The awards happened, and we've seen artists going to Gulu to meet the big man. But now, this festival has been created so that all creatives can benefit. So, ladies and gentlemen, to give us the welcome remarks, allow me welcome Miss Sylvia Owori. Let's give it up for Miss Sylvia Owori to come and give us the welcoming remarks. So Miss Sylvia Owori is the chair of the National Office of the Chairperson from the Operation Wealth Creation. Let's welcome her one more time. You're very welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to be here today. And most importantly, I'd like to thank everybody who has come to this launch. And I would like to thank God that with the rain, I think it's a blessing for us today. That God has already blessed this day. My name's Sylvia Owori. I am here in two capacities. I'm wearing two hats. One, I am the Director of Operations at Operation Wealth Creation Office of the President. And the other capacity, I'm also here as in the capacity as a creative and also the chairperson for the National Organizing Committee for this very, very big event. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Today marks the official unveiling of what promises to be Uganda's most iconic and unifying creative cultural event, the Uganda One Festival, which brings all of us as Ugandans together as one. This event is going to take place here in Kololo, in this right place, on the 8th and 9th of January 2026. This festival is more than just an event. It's a nationwide celebration of identity, innovation, and artistic power. A convergence of Uganda's 9 officially recognized creative domains, and they include music, film, visual arts, performing arts, cultural heritage, software and digital innovation, books, publishing, collective societies, and the backbone that lies to it all, the supporting services. It has been a culmination of years of efforts to organize and professionalize the creative sector. From engagements in Gulu in 2021, all of this started in 2021 with, after the elections, our chief coordinator, General Caleb Akandanwaho Salim Saleh, was tasked to understand the industry. And in 2021, we were in Gulu, where we had all the creatives from various domains converge, and for government to be able to understand what is this big creative animal. So with that, we engaged policy dialogues across the country, and for the first time ever, we are bringing all of the creatives together under one vision, under one banner, and under One Uganda. We are proud to announce that the festival enjoys the support of the State House, the Ministry of Gender, and UPRS, Uganda Tourism Board, URSB, and very many other stakeholders who are coming on board. The festival will also feature all the official flag off of the Presidential Fund to the creative sector. This is a promise by His Excellency the President to financially empower the visual sector. And here we're just not talking anymore. This is just going to be action. There's many circles that have already started receiving funds, and you will see, as you have seen in the media yesterday, the circle of West Nile, Acholi, Lango, and Karamoja received 1 billion shillings. And their representative is actually here. Their chairman, Solomon Aboda, he will talk to you and see how it was the first time that now resources are going to be going to the creative sector all over the country. The time where people have disregarded and disrespected the creatives and calling them I should be an example to a creative that has come from the creative industry and then come and made it in the highest level of the highest office of government. I am a creative, and I'm now influencing policies for this country. I would like to thank all the media and all your partnership, not only in covering the festival, but in helping us tell the authentic story of Uganda's rising creative cultural spirit. All of you know my background, and most of you who don't, many the millennials maybe don't, but I have been in this industry for over 20 years. And many of you have been wondering where I have been. The last 8 years, I have been working under Operation Wealth Creation very closely with the chief coordinator and getting to learn and understand the government. So I probably one of the very few people in this country that has those two umbrellas. I have a lot of experience in the private sector as a business person. I've represented Uganda all over the world, and as a creative. But better still, I'm now back. I'm now back to speak for the creatives. I'm back to speak for Operation Wealth Creation. I am open to the media, to interviews. I think I have not had any public interview in the last 8 years because I was preparing for this day. And of course, as we have been moving ahead, we have had a lot of obstacles. I must say that whatever obstacles that have been in the way, we are going to remove any obstacle or anything or anybody who's trying to stop the vision for Uganda. I am a product of Musevenomics. I have the NRM government has given me an opportunity to basically be able to showcase at a very young age, to be able to give me a platform to showcase my work and my talent. And the them has also given me an opportunity to also excel in government. I'm sure all of you ask yourselves how I have basically done that. But all I have to, thanks to God, because as you all know, that there is no leadership that does not come from God. Let me end by calling on all Ugandans from the north to south, to east and west, to support and attend and promote this event. Uganda is one. Our culture is one. Our future is one. And I'm going to take the lead in this because I have the most experience, but I'm going to be working a lot with each and everyone who wants to excel and get into the next level. I would like to tell the creatives, this is our time. This is our time. This is our opportunity. The government has so far invested, given the creatives over 30 billion Uganda shillings. That has never happened, basically. That would have never happened, basically, before. So let us tap into where all the resources are so that we can put our talents, basically put our talents out there. I would like to finally say, as the chairperson of this committee, National Organizing Committee, is like, this festival is not just a celebration of talent. It's an economic engine. It's a time that the creatives now engage and support the government and the growth of the GDP of the country. We're unlocking the full potential of Uganda's creative economy, and this press launch is our rally to call to the nation's artists, creators, and investors. It's time to organize. It's time to monetize and protect what we create. So we will engage a bit more as later, but I would like to end my remarks there. Maybe it was too long, but I would like to end my remarks there by again thanking you, the media, thanking His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for finally acknowledging the creative industry and be able to put resources into the industry. I would like to thank my immediate boss, General Caleb Akandanwaho Salim Saleh, for believing in me as a creative and putting me at the highest level and highest level of work in the government of Uganda. I'd like to thank the media and everybody who's here present. This is going to be an annual event, and we are going to build it into a marketing platform where we can be able to sell anything that is produced by the creatives. I would like to end there, then we can engage as we are going to have more panel discussion. I would like to thank you. I would like to thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Miss Sylvia Owori. At least for us who are born in the 90s and people who lived in the early 2000s, nobody didn't know Sylvia Owori, the designer. And she really made a name for herself in Uganda, East Africa, and the whole of Africa. Thank you so much. Once again, you're very welcome. I'd like to recognize the presence of a couple of people here. We have the president of the Federation of Gospel Musicians. You're very welcome, Mr. King Wesley. And we have a couple of creatives I'm seeing around. We have Mr. Yo-Yo. We're happy to see you. If you watched Prestige, the guy called Benefit, one of the most loved characters, we're happy to see you. And to all the creatives around, Viper Ranking, you're also very, very welcome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our guest of honor. Now, our guest of honor was not able to make it. Our guest of honor was supposed to be Honorable Betty Amongi, the Minister for Gender, but she was not able to make it. But she sent a representative. So allow me welcome Mr. Joshua Chalimpa to come and give us the keynote address for today. Let's welcome him. You're very welcome, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Allow me to stand on the protocols already established. My name is Joshua Chalimpa, like has been reported. I work with the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, and I'm here on behalf of the Honorable Minister Betty Amongi, who would have loved to be here, but was not able to make it. Nonetheless, she gave me a message which I have to deliver to this great meeting. I'm here to associate ourselves, the Ministry of Gender, with the Uganda One Festival. As you are aware, the Ministry of Gender, issues of culture and creatives are domiciled in the Ministry of Gender. And as such, the mandate of the Ministry of Gender is to promote cultural development, including the creative sector. I am here to also tell you that the Ministry of Gender has a number of initiatives to promote the development of the creative sector. First, the Ministry of Gender has recognized the role of the creative sector in job creation, and as a result, work towards supporting it. The Ministry of Gender also is aware that many young people, by the way, also the mandate of promotion of issues of young people rests in the Ministry of Gender. And as such, young people, many of them are employed in the creative sector. Therefore, the Ministry of Gender takes cognizance of that fact and therefore works towards promoting the creative sector. Allow me to inform you that the Ministry of Gender, in doing so, identifying creative sector, has therefore aligned the development of creative sector in line with the NDP4 of this country. Therefore, going forward, issues of the creative sector have been really highlighted in the development. There are a number of initiatives that are happening. First of all, the Ministry of Gender has been involved in the identification of talent identification across the country. We've been moving around to identify talent, and in that, 4,500 talent people in the creative sector were identified. We are moving towards development of a national policy on the creative sector, and the national policy on creative sector is riding on about 4 areas. One of them is already I talked about the talent identification, the creation of the infrastructure that is necessary to promote the creatives, and also addressing the issue of finance for the creative sector. As you are aware, already this is not just mere talk. Action is happening within the budget, the current running budget. Funding was provided. It is not a one-off funding. It is funding which has been promised by the president, and it is funding which is being delivered through the arm of government under the Ministry of Gender. We have a creative sector unit within the Ministry of Gender, specifically put in place to identify issues of the creative sector. So you can see that the creative sector was promoted, including, by the way, plan is to create a national creatives hub to look at the issues that have been dogging the creatives. Issues of funding have been already talked about. Issues of infrastructure, issues of data have also been talked about. As we talk now, by the way, this is latest I've got this morning, because our Minister for Gender and Culture Affairs right now is in Ankara, is in Turkey, and this morning signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Turkey, which also addresses some of the challenges that have been dogging the creative sector. So there is, apart from coercing resources within the boundaries of Uganda, there is also the government is reaching out to other partners across the globe with a view of supporting the development of creative sector. So there is a lot that is happening, and I'm happy that this platform gives us an opportunity to talk to these issues that are happening for the benefit of all of us, for the benefit of the creatives, for the benefit of Ugandans, and therefore we are happy that Uganda One Festival is going to provide this opportunity annually where we talk to these issues. Thank you very much. I want to stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chalimpa, and thank you for the great job you're doing for the creative industry. Now, we're going to take a very short break. We're going to have a music interlude. Allow me welcome Viper Ranking. Hey, tukumanyise wokuba freestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Viper Ranking, one of the best dancehall artists we have, and one of the best creatives we have, to come and give us something. He's going to be part of the festival that will be taking place from the 8th to 9th of January, 2026. I have hijacked you, but it was on the program. But no matter how much you hijacked Viper, all right, so after Viper Ranking's performance, we will have an address from UPRS. That's going to be from Mr. Mugisha Habat. We're also going to have an address or a speech from URSB. They're also part of our sponsors. We'll have Walk, and we shall have King Wesley, the president of Gospel Musicians, and also we shall have very many more others. And we are going to have a panel here. We're going to have a panel discussion where our guests and our keynote speakers are going to be answering a couple of questions from you people and from all of us. So, DJ, just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. But you can go to social media and follow the One Festival UG. One Festival UG on Instagram, Twitter, and all the other social media platforms. Thank you so much. Mr. DJ, we are ready when you're ready. All right, we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Viper Ranking. Let's give it up for Viper Ranking, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what are you going to say?
Me want a boy with the wickedest style, but innocent.
Sure. I don't want to know.
I know who I wanna talk.
Can't wait for Africa, the money I'ma call you. Hey, pretty little girl won't put it on. Hey, ya kona metibiri mutawana. Buli moyi taga sajaga tawana. Anti girl atanande sana. Well, let me say, oh no ever wa mopati mazina zina me that thing and then you me rasi bend over. I know me someone is in number one of a tell where you want to so anti bangala. Hey, bang 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 bang. Hey, so lady, me want your girl with a big bumper. Whoa, whoa. I'm a lady. Girl, you know me got something, and you know me what. DJ look for a rhythm. Sure. She said, tell me what you want. Boy, tell me what you need. But if you look at you got your eyes on me. Hey, me know you wanna have me sexy body. Sit you know my moon, ya gala ya konamu. Hey, that can't come to my go gumo. What party you look so? Nah, what party you look so? When me girl them turn up and I look so. When y'all do it to me, selector, boom someone you feel the girl them bubble pan. If you love to see the girl them a bubble, put up your hand. You play song for gangsta bus blank, all the girl them tell it's time for girl wine. Big selector a play you not lucky. Gas the baseline, watch the girl them a sugar. Hey, when the girl them a dip it and a drop it to a fully man. If you know happy, follow me then. Canada show so me glad me come out. Ready feel your foot a talking about. Red me lip me now once in a see a rape on a whip and it's something come on, girl a bubble, bubble 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 girl a. Alright then, y'all they pant here top a spin like me off the accept some of them like watch the one there, well the one your waistline look at it man, yo now look all that. Cock up, girl, show your talent and skill. Really ever want you what and then the trail like a bus in a make yeah like grenade. Let me give you some freestyle. Everybody say yeah, oh. Say whoa, oh. Just say oh na na. Say oh na na. Alright then, tick tock like a clock. Action time, this a no time for talk. Real serious, not take me for your joke. Piper ranky when me lay upon a rhythm. Come me get a mic and I'm really subversive in my brain. Me a fi kill the beat, come me never need a pen. Get them a go dead, so me a fi kill them. Pull up a lip a sal and a fall them a Philippine. So, but sing a back over with a go. Come back over rhythm over but all them all a go. What them a seka what you don't go see what you rhythm killer can go bully that you know. Alright then, you a sip a punk and you gang. Mando Kavanda one sabula. Hey, freestyle enter low see you ya. Piper rank up on the MIC. He sings semi float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Send the moving kubanga bujubi. Don't need it janko komandi wankabe. Miss Anatolo Echiro busy bit what a pity. Piper rank remedy upon a ready. So me tell you some the Lord of mercy, Uganda one. Hey, Uganda one festival. I submit to listen, Uganda one festival. We have to represent 1918. Submit to listen, we are not a mercy. Pick up on yourself one cocoa finger, my brother. Where are they? Cocoa finger. Sure. All right. Uno ready? Hey. Se obo muliro mungi. Hey. We pump check it. Obi de kede be wa de be de gwatura one. Ding ding. Se for you some. Ding ding. Hey. I want to show. Let me say you bend down, and don't break up. Jamaica come on, gongo. Boo! Mad vibes! Mad vibes! So mad vibes! Piper rank upon it. Ula mulira muti. We from Chikiri. Obi le kesa basande bienvenue. Gratula wansi. Siku yozambi. Siku yira biya gamba aida. Onda zechibole. Boye semchetoli. I say na munkula because I want to spend my money. Let me say you bend down. Gomenya come on, gongo. Go no music, gomenya me gongo. Let me say you. Well then. Why the praise? We bound to get it. We be the kid everyone at the end of the get to la one see. Say for your zombie. Hey. Sikuyira Gamba Batman Sonda Sechibuli Batman Sonda Sechibuli Azina Munkurabe. I want to spend my money. Let me say you bend down. Don't break up. The menu come on, gongo. Music to many me down. Everybody down. Let's go. The menu come on, gongo. Music to many me. Listen up, show them what your mama gave you. Tell her wine to the ringa to tomato kokase. But mommy told her nanga teteva kokase. Beautiful girls, muli watu wawase. Sedi kuala de benge sibe para pase. Kano kafuna karite kafuna chikolo gezese. Disco bucha machinga diferato temese. Hide and seek, kape goba mese. Let the man see chichi good the musi. Kona dance kila paka wansi. Kano nyano yaniraga yegwe. Aida, let's go. What am I fire this away you fling them. Cocoa finger make them sing it like an anthem. If you feel the vibe, rise up your hands down. Big sound that plays up the whole place down. Everybody come around, come dance with me. How we do it, come dance like me. We love the place, everybody go so. Everything nice, everything easy. In a remix pattern. Sing it. In a dance hall. Pick up on yourself, each and everybody.
Yeah. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Viper Ranking and Coco Finger. Out of the blue, I don't know where Coco Finger came from. Sebo, Coco Finger, your fans are asking for you. Coco Finger, babu zawadawa.
Sure.
Woli?
Mwendi.
Chakabi.
Pisanti. The banda have maintained the brand, you know.
Oshegera.
Scarcity creates what?
Right. Let's get up for Coco Finger.
Uganda one. Uganda one. All right. My education was a good foundation for. And you know I love you. Sidika Racho. So I the musician. And I will see them in a book. I really love it. It's nobody can twist me. Joe, just a kiss. Yes, I am Mr. Nawe. I really love it. It's nobody can twist me. What is that? And yes, you what I'm dealing. I don't like mpaka kupila. Babeta badi nyenya munga katapila. Inekizera za onga kaonga raja Kamila. Ya real big siasto. Kanya misokiza igred. Pisa ngesi muzi tezange. Igred. Waji siaso. All right. Hey. Pull it. See you on that day. Uganda one nachi. Party kalicha. Kuba.
Round of applause for Mr. Coco Finger.
Walk nachi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ, thank you so much. A round of applause for Coco Finger. Okay, so he's one of the performers we are going to witness at the Uganda One Festival. So that's the kind of energy we are going to be witnessing, plus very many other artists all the way from Uganda. These are creatives in our country, and we are so glad to have them. Allow me to welcome Mr. Aboda Solomon from Walk Uganda to also come and give us his keynote speech. They are also part of our sponsors. You are very welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, our moderator. I'm by the names Aboda Solomon, commonly known as Badman Solo. I'm the chairperson of Walk Creative Arts Foundation. When you hear Walk, most people ask themselves, where are these people coming from? Walk simply stands for West Nile, Acholi, Lango, and Karamoja. In this capacity, I'm here as the representative of the regions, all the other up-country regions in Uganda, not only Walk. I'm here in the National Organizing Committee for the Uganda One Festival. But allow me maybe to give you a brief about Walk, because we are just so happy that as announced by our dear patron, Madam Sylvia Wori, who is the Director of Operations in the Operations Wealth Creation. I must say I'm just so happy and would love to appreciate her for working so tirelessly as the chairman of Uganda One Festival, for making all the other regions to be included and recognized through me. And I must assure you that we will be fully recognized. Allow me, on behalf of Walk Creative Arts Foundation, I stand before you here with deep gratitude and renewed purpose. We are here to publicly acknowledge and appreciate the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development for partially funding our development proposal. This has been possible by our efforts and the efforts of our patron, Madam Sylvia Wori, the Director of Operations, Operation Wealth Creation. She needs a big round of applause. Out of our Ugandan shillings 49 billion 10-year plan, the government has released an initial 1 billion to support our circle just yesterday. This marks a significant milestone in our journey to transform the creative industry of Northern Uganda. What is Walk Creative Arts Foundation, if you may ask yourself? Walk Creative Arts Foundation is a registered company limited by a guarantee, initiated by creatives from all the 9 domains of the creative arts. Namely, we have the music, the performing arts, film and video, visual arts and crafts, books and publishing, software and innovations, cultural and national heritage, support services, then collecting societies. World Creative Arts Foundation are domiciled in the regions of West Nile, Acholi, Langwa, and Karamoja, all collectively referred to as now WORK. Our foundation was built through a bottom-up approach, incorporating the voices and aspirations of creatives across these regions. Our mission is to empower, unite, and industrialize the creative sector, which remains vast, rich, and untapped. Why WORK was formed? Northern Uganda is blessed with immense talent, but has endured devastating conflicts, unemployment, and disunity. Out of this adversity, we the creatives came together to plan for our future. Guided by the Operational Wealth Creation team, we developed a 10-year proposal worth 49 billion to invest in the creative sector. We believe that if the government can invest in oil and gas, it can also invest in the creative industry, which has the potential to employ thousands of talented Ugandans and drive regional economic growth. Government partnership. We are grateful to General Salim Saleh through our director and through our patron, Madam Sylvia Wori, who requested Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development to support our work. The General himself pledged about 2.1 billion shillings for mobilization, sensitization, and have received the 1 billion as I mentioned earlier. So we humbly request the Ministry of Gender to continue funding work, especially by investing in information sensitization and releasing the funds pledged by the General. Our region struggled with limited access to information about the creative sector, and there is an urgent need for government to redirect more resources and towards mobilization, sensitization, and registration of our members to enable us fully mobilize and register creatives across northern Uganda. Our achievements since establishment. Since our inception in December 2024, World Creative Arts Foundation, we opened our head offices in Gulu City, plot 13B, Airfield Road. We registered the World Creative Arts Foundation as the mother organization that gave birth to the Work Circle, which is set to officially launch, giving out loans to its members on the 1st of January 2026. We also conducted financial literacy and personal savings training through the Microfinance Support Center with support of the commercial officer of all the work sub-regions. We opened different activities which are running in northern Uganda, like the jam sessions, which happens every single Tuesday of the week. We have the comedy nights, we have the movie nights, we have the cultural nights, just like you saw. Our own traditional dancers from northern Uganda who are organic came and performed here and are still coming back to perform. We don't hire people like other people. We bring the real people from the land to showcase their real talent. We also initiated maize agro-farming projects to benefit our members, because we received maize over 100 tons from OWC and we have distributed to our members as a way of diversifying also our economy so that we can get money from different ways. We have registered so far over 5,000 creatives from the work sub-region. We also partnered with the National Coffee and Cocoa Research Institute, that's NACORI, to promote coffee research, as well as overall national socio-economic transformation through coffee and cocoa value chain development with a strong community, cultural, creative, and performing arts component. Our main gratitude goes to our Director of Operations of OWC, that's Madam Sylvia Wori, who happened to be our main patron and the chairperson of this Uganda One Festival. Also, we don't forget to appreciate the ministry, the ministers in the Ministry of Gender. That is the State Minister, Honorable Madam Peace Mutuzo, who is abroad right now, but I'm very sure she's even watching us right now to see what is happening. We are so grateful for her because she has stood with us to make sure we receive this money. Also not forgetting the main minister, Betty Amongi, who worked so hard as a minister who comes from northern Uganda. Also, let me appreciate the president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, because all these things happened in his regime. Allow me also to thank the people of Kampala that this time you are going to see a different thing in Kampala. Always you find things which happen in Kampala, they only give priority to the artists who are in Kampala. They call it a national event, but the event ends up a Kampala event. But this time, as the person representing the regions, we are going to have 80% of performing artists from all the regions in Uganda. The people in Kampala will have only 20%. That's why you can see, even here, people were invited to come for the press conference. There are people from the work sub-regions. There's no someone from Kampala because they don't love what they do. They are all about money. Because me, I believe, if you love what you do, you have the real talent you should love. That's why you saw Coco Finger came and jumped on stage. I never sent him any fuel. No one sent him any fuel. Viper Ranking came from his home very early in the morning. We have legendary like Tempro Mona, who has sung for very many years, even before Chameleon. He's there. He has come from his place. Naturally loving what he does. That means they automatically qualify to perform as the headliners for the Uganda One Festival. Let me also not forget and recognize one of the legendary artists who sang for peace. He's called Opio Geoffrey Tongweno. Can you help me and come up so that these people can know you? Most people, they think that it's only Chameleon who is a legendary artist, but we have people who have been singing even before Jose Chameleon. That is called Opio Geoffrey Tongweno, who sang for peace in northern Uganda. You can see most people don't know him, but maybe later or on the Uganda One Festival, you guys will experience. We have also our sister Sherry Princess. You can stand up, they see you. Those are our people from all the other regions. So I would like to thank so much that this is our time, and we are not going to allow people in Kampala to step on us, because for us we have the organic talent. We are not going to allow the pretenders in Kampala, people who are learning how to sing. We want the original people who have the talent to be the main performers. We are going to headline this concert. Those of Chameleon, those of other artists, they are going to curtain raise us this time because we are fully in charge. We have the power and we have taken over. Allow me to thank my brother, my elder. He's called Freddie Gesser. He's the Director of Investigations, OWC. Please come and they see you. This is a man who helped us. He was actually working with the Federation. And he knows how these people were coming from Kampala, going to Gulu to collect our money, and we don't benefit. Yet Uganda can never exist without Gulu City. So they always go there, pick our money, they come. But this time, we are the ones who are fully in charge. They mention a national function, you find only Kampala artists. I'm happy that we have different stakeholders on board. We have the UPRS CEO here. I'm very grateful that you're a new person. Make sure when you talk of Uganda, other regions are all included. All the other UPRS, we have never benefited from them. Our legendary people like Tempro Mona. Music plays everywhere, but you never get a penny. All the penny goes to the people of Kampala. This time is good they are here. I have to talk so that they understand. Uganda Tourism Board, every time you bring people from even abroad, as if we don't have our superstars. Coco Finger is there. Tempra Mona is there. We are there. We have all our creatives here. Who can represent? Why should you bring someone? Recently, I heard they were bringing some Jamaican artist called Over Spice. I was very happy that she disappointed them. Because you have your people here, you are going to hire people from abroad. What is that? You take our money to abroad. URSB, make sure we involve yourselves to support the creatives from other regions because they are organic and they do their things personally and passionately. So I would like to thank the media. I see some of you are not focusing on me because I don't know if you are seeing because I'm from northern Uganda, but I must tell you that you have to be serious about this. Make sure you broadcast these things, which I'm saying. You cannot call a TV a national TV, but when you are broadcasting things, you show only things of Kampala. This is why I'm here, because I have to fight for my people. It has been for long, for over 20 years. Every time what they play on TV, they say we are playing Ugandan music. Why don't you change to Buganda music? Viper Ranking is from Karamoja. Do you know that it's from Karamoja? Coco Finger is from Lango sub-region. You are forced these people to sing in Uganda. Yet they have to sing in our language. Because if they sing in our language, you will not play that music. That's what you, the media, are doing. Good music. Music doesn't know about language. Music itself is language. So any kind of music you get from all over Uganda, make sure we have the equity, balance it very well. This goes to the presenters, producers, and especially goes to the chairman of NAB, Innocent Nahabwe, King Karisa. Make sure you take this into consideration. We, the people in the regions, we are not happy with what's happening in Uganda. So on the day of the festival, I'm very happy that the president himself will be here. I would like to request our chairperson, organizing committee, to give me that opportunity to say a word so that they know that we, the people who always vote for the president, are not considered. The people of Kampala don't vote for the president, but they give them more resources. So let me talk much, but I've talked because I want everything to be straight line. Allow me to thank my colleague Paul Mutanga from O Cafe. He's also here, he's a member of WORK. And all of you are invited to Work Creative Arts Foundation. We will still continue with the conversation. This is just the beginning. After here, I'll make sure I come for all the different programs in all those TVs. I'll be there live. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. He deserves a standing ovation. Thank you so much, Solomon. All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Aboda Solomon. He has really fought for his people in northern Uganda. Thank you so much. At least, Mr. Solomon, what I can say is that your Leng made it big across the whole country. So we are looking forward to more songs in your language from Gulu and Lango sub-region and the whole of Uganda. Western Uganda is doing it. We have Reiji, we have a couple of other artists and other Eastern region artists. So we are hoping that the media is going to play a bigger role. But thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, our sponsors have a table over there at the front. Anything to do with copyright. Anything to do with copyright, visit that front table where that gentleman is. Yes. So that's where UPRS is. So head over there. Anything to do with the copyright. You know, the copyright law is in Parliament, and it's going to be signed next year after, I think after elections. So that is one of the greatest priorities immediately after elections. So anything to do with copyright, you can head over there and ask that gentleman. Now, talking about UPRS, allow me welcome Mr. Mujisha Habat from UPRS to also come and give us his address. You're very welcome. He's going to tell us what they have in store for us. And also, they have a surprise for us. This is to do with the artists. So if you're going to perform during the festival, this is... you must listen to this. You're very welcome, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered here at Kororo to launch the Uganda One Festival. And this is not just a launch, but a crossroad for Uganda cultural destiny. So this festival stands on a powerful truth that Uganda is not poor in talent. Uganda is rich in creativity, rich in stories, rich in rhythm, rich in heritage, and rich in imagination. From the drum beats of our ancestors to the digital sounds of our youth, from the village crafts to the global fashion, from oral tradition to film, software, and innovation. Uganda creates, Uganda expresses, and Uganda inspires. And that is why at this moment, this Uganda One Festival matters. It's not an entertainment for entertainment's sake. It's a national statement. A statement that culture is not a side activity. Culture is an economic force. Culture is destiny. Culture is unity. Culture is development. And culture, when organized,
protected and valued, it becomes commerce. So this is where UPRS comes from. UPRS is Uganda Performing Rights Society. We are regulated by Uganda Registration Services Bureau, and we are the only collective management organization mandated to collect, to license, collect, and distribute royalties to musicians. Our role is simple: turning creativity to commerce. So UPRX exists as for one clear purpose: to ensure that creativity earns, talent is respected, and those who create value are not left behind. Like Soro said, that you've not received anything from UPRS. I want to assure the country that UPRS has reformed. And if you look at, we have now rebranded. You can see our new brand. And our new tagline is, let music pay. And indeed, it's going to pay. This is a call to everyone who uses music for commercial purposes. If you use music and music earns you money, remember the person who created it has a right, a legal right to benefit from the monetary value that you gain from use of music. That is why UPRS is here. In this festival, our message is very clear. Music is an intellectual property. Music is someone's property, and it is protected by the law. At this juncture, allow me to recognize the presence of the Commissioner of Copyright, who is here with us, and URS from URSB. URSB is our regulator. You're welcome, William. And also allow me to recognize the board chairman of UPRS, Mr. Nkoyo Martin, who is here. This is a sign and a commitment that the board management of UPRS have reformed, and we're here to pay you. So our mandate is simple but powerful: to license, to collect, and to pay royalties on behalf of creators, to regulate and administer music copyright, and turn creativity into commerce. Because when music plays to generate income in hotels, in bars, in clubs, in festivals, in radios, televisions, digital platforms, the creator must be paid. That is why that is not a favor, it is a law. I'm sure Mariam will talk about this. It is also justice. Be fair. We have also started a campaign called Wao Mbewo. Wao Mbewo. If you survive, if music makes you survive, remember that the creator also created it for him to survive. And so this festival demonstrates exactly what happens when government creates, government, creatives, regulators, and private sector pull in one direction. I would like to thank Madame Sylvia for championing this, linking the creatives, the creative sector with government. And I would also like to thank the Minister of Gender. In particular, I would like to thank Honorable Peace Mutuzo, who is our patron. UPRS this year is celebrating 40 years. So we are going to have a countrywide tour. We are going to reach every corner of Uganda, sensitizing and saying, music is an intellectual property. Music must pay the creator. And Honorable Peace Mutuzo is our patron, and she has committed to ensure that the government recognizes music as a sector for development, just like roads and others. So we are building the future where musicians earn long after the song is released. A composer feeds his family from their work. A producer, DJ, dancer, and performer sees creativity as a career, not as a gamble. So this is how the nations grow, modern economies, not only with roads and factories, but with ideas, intellectual property, and cultural capital. And let me say this clearly. Music is not noise. Music is intellectual property, and intellectual property has value. So if you use music to attract customers, if you use music to create atmosphere, if you use music to generate profit, play fair. Pay, play and pay. Play and pay. So this, and how do you pay? Get a UPRS license. So with this, today, we are going to demonstrate to you that Uganda One leads by example. Uganda One has paid, and I'm going to demonstrate here, for the use of music in the Uganda One Festival. And today we shall have a ceremony where they are going to present a check and we shall present the license. So musicians, you know that Uganda One is compliant. The music we shall use during the festival is paid for. Solo, you are going to get money. Money is coming. So I would like to call upon all commercial users of music that it is your obligation to pay for the music you use that earns you money. We are now calling upon artists. Music is your property, and therefore don't allow it to be used for free. And as UPRS, we have aligned a team of lawyers. If you find someone using your music, doesn't have a license from you, doesn't have rights from you, or a license from UPRS, be the whistleblower, let us know. We shall take on those who are infringing on your music, who are infringing on your property, and very soon you are going to see court cases fly in courts. So it is going to be safer for all the music users to have the license. It is safer for you to have a license than to get caught up in the middle of court cases just because you cannot pay a license. UPRS license is very flexible. UPRS is here, but the other thing I would like to demystify is that royalty is not a tax. It is an expense, just like you pay for electricity. So kindly, I would like to call upon all music users to be on the safe side. Get a UPRS license. I thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for UPRS. A round of applause. So all the music that is going to be used during the festival has been paid for by UPRS. So, by Uganda One, by Uganda One. Thank you so much. Sorry for that. Yeah, so Uganda One has paid for all the music that is going to be used. And after that, people say the copyright doesn't work in Uganda. Yes. So thank you so much, Uganda One. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Solo, you were talking about Northern Uganda. So allow me welcome your people to come and give us a dance. Let's welcome our culture dancers all the way from Northern Uganda to come and give us a bit of entertainment. They're going to be doing a courtship dance. Let's give it up for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the cultured dancers all the way from Gulu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uncle Solo, are you now okay? You are now okay. Somehow, 80%. We had Coco Finger. We had 60. We are coming. Dear colleagues, we shall come. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome one of our other sponsors all the way from URSB. Let's welcome Madame Miriam Mbabazi. Oh, Namatanzi. Yes, let's welcome Madame Miriam Namatanzi, Conviction and Copyright from URSB. They are our sponsors for the Uganda One Festival. You're very welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so my name is Nabatanzi Miriam. I work with URSB. I bring you warm regards from the Registrar General, who also happens to be the Registrar of Copyright. We are proud to be associated with Uganda One Festival. But before I make some remarks, I just wanted to know by show of hands, how many people know what copyright means? Just by show of hands. Because we've been using the word very often in today's ceremony. It's just the chairperson, UPRS. Okay. So we use the word, but we don't know what it means. So I'll break it down for you. Copyright happens to be a fruit of the human mind. It is not tangible, but it is property that actually has value. So copyright does exist to reward our creators and authors for the originality they put into when it comes to availing us with the literary, artistic, and scientific works that we so enjoy. Can I have your attention, please? Okay, so we have spoken about the many domains that exist when it comes to the creative sector. But what we would like to emphasize from today's event is that you should not use anyone's work or content without their authorization. Copyright basically has 4 pillars. The first one is consent. All these works that you're seeing, the dances, the songs, the choreography, the films, they actually enjoy copyright protection. Okay, so it's important to get consent from the owners. It's very important to credit those authors. Make sure you attribute their works to them. We always require you to compensate them because this is property that no one should be deprived of without compensation. And of course, they retain some control over their works. What is the role of URSB in this creative space? We come in to provide registration services. Now, the certificate we give you is not just a document. It's supposed to facilitate you to do business. We have a very broad mandate. We register companies for the creatives. We register logos. All those logos you see behind there on the backdrop banners are eligible for registration in their particular classes. We register documents, the contracts that you enter into with the collecting society. Those are registered by we. We register security interests. We register copyright, and that is why I'm here today. Madam Sylvia Wori, we register licenses as well. So it's incumbent upon UPRS to bring the license that they've provided to Uganda One Festival to our office for registration for evidential purposes. Registration is optional, but the reason we go ahead to emphasize it is that it comes with some benefits. For example, if you're dealing with stakeholders, like financiers, for example, it's easier for you to negotiate for funding when you have some kind of proof of ownership. When you want to enforce your rights, a dispute has arisen. It sometimes helps to have a certificate that can link you to that particular right you're claiming to have an interest in. So we as URSB, that is what we do. The other role we perform as far as copyright is concerned is we oversee the performance of CMOs. We supervise them. When it comes to sound recordings, we have UPRS, they are managing the musical works. We have another CMO called the Uganda Federation of Movie Industry. That one is dealing with the film industry. So that's where we find the audiovisual domain. We have the writers, that is the Uganda Reproduction Rights Organization. So we supervise those CMOs to ensure that they are in line when it comes to good governance, when it comes to transparency, when it comes to accountability. And I'm pleased to report that a number of CMOs have been able to distribute royalties to their members this year. We have received a promise from the CEO of UPRS. I don't see him present, but musicians, money is coming. Yeah, so I would like to share with you some of our strides that we have made. In April this year, 25th April 2025, URSB unveiled a new department of copyright and neighboring rights. It was previously a desk in the Department of Intellectual Property, but because of the peculiar needs of the creative sector, government deemed it fit to pull it out of that big department and give it special emphasis. So we now have a fully fledged department, over 20 officers that are there particularly to address the copyright needs of the creative sector. So please make use of them. At this point in time, I would like to request my colleagues to URSB, from URSB, the ones who are here present, kindly stand up for recognition. Okay, there's also a registration desk over there to provide instant registration services. So we are here for you. Kindly make use of us. The other thing that I would like, that I appeal to the press to take out to the masses, is that we have simplified the registration process and made it more affordable when it comes to protection of copyright. Previously, to apply and get a certificate, it would take you not less than 60 days. And it was some quantifiable amount of money. So today, we have changed the legal framework, and effective September, we are no longer requiring you to publish your notices of application in the Uganda Gazette. So you apply and you are given your certificate. Once you give us a copy of your works, you fill in a very simple form, you pay 50,000 and you should be able to walk away with your certificate within hours, actually minutes, it's not even hours. So please help us take that message out to the creatives that copyright registration has been simplified and has also been made more affordable for them. The issue of CMOs, I've touched a bit on it. We are embedding good governance in their operations, so you should be able to realize more returns. I know you can manage your rights individually, but the reason we encourage you to join CMOs is because it is more effective and it is more efficient than you running around this country, negotiating with bars, negotiating with broadcasters, negotiating with telecoms. Let someone else handle that business for you and you focus on creating. Okay, so if you find value, you could join one of the CMOs and then you hold them accountable. They do have annual general meetings where you do hold them accountable and demand to see the collections and what is due to you. We've also made strides as far as enforcement is concerned. You have told us in the past that piracy is on the rise. So we have entered a collaboration with Uganda Police Force. We have a team of officers that have been seconded to sit at URSB purposely to investigate infringement cases. So please make use of that as well. We also have a collaboration with the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. So you don't have to go to them with all these cases related to copyright infringement. We have our in-house lawyers who actually have licenses. They have been delegated those powers to prosecute some of those cases. And finally, you have all heard about the amendment. That amendment is bringing in some peculiar additions to the law. We do have a law that is fairly good, but we realize that the way we create, the way we store, the way we distribute content has changed. Previously, you would move with your flash, with your cassette, with your DVD, whatever it is. But now we have a lot of content that's being distributed online. So we have strengthened our law in that regard. When you see the bill that is currently before Parliament, we have made it very punitive for someone to infringe on your copyrights. We have penalties as high as 10 million shillings, no, 10 years in prison or 50 million shillings as fines. So we do believe that should also come back to you as a benefit, that there's going to be more respect for your rights and you should be able to benefit from your creativity. So with those few words, I would like to acknowledge the support we receive from the Chief Coordinator, Operation Wealth Creation. Thank you so much. We pass on our regards, Madam Sylvia. Thank you for the support. We also thank His Excellency the President. He has been very supportive towards the creative industry. We can't forget our Minister and Honorable Attorney General. And of course, you, the creatives, you are our biggest stakeholders. So thank you. Oh, sorry, our address, we are not very far from here. We are at the Uganda Business Facilitation Center, somewhere on Plot 1, Baskerville Avenue. So in case you need to interact with us, our desk is over there, but we also have a physical address. They will share with you our contact information. We are a very accessible team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Navatanzi. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, very fast, we have to have the panel where you're going to be asking questions. Allow me welcome Mr. Wadimba Edward, all the way from Uvada. He deals with visual arts in Uganda. So, very welcome. Then after that, we shall have the president of the gospel artists in Uganda.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wadimba Edward, President Uganda Visual Artists and Designers Association, also a board member of the National Culture Forum, and also president for chairperson, not president, East African Artists Nexus. Our offices are currently in Kenya, but they are revolving. And also the co-director at Roots Arts and Culture Space in Fort Portal. Here to present something small about the exhibitions and demonstrations at the festival, and also representing the silent minority. You see, these festivals are fired up with the music, performances and what, but without exhibitions and demonstrations, almost we go away not very satisfied, but we are the least talked about. But I'm happy that Uganda One Festival is considering exhibitions and demonstrations as one of the very, very important sectors of this. Why demonstrations? Madam Miria Nabatans has been talking about intellectual property and copyright. Most of our creations are losing copyright because we don't know the processes people go through to make things. And in demonstrations, we want to have exhibitors or demonstrators who come here and show process instead of just the final product. And I think this is going to be one of the most unique festivals where we are having the studio guys, the recording studios come here and do a live recording, and someone gets to know the processes or the key players in recording a song or a video or something. And also that goes to people who do visual art. How does one come up with an artwork? We are going to have artists on site doing their art live so that people get to interact with the artist. In the audience, I have Mr. Nsimbe Nathan, who is good at playing with clay. Mr. Nathan, stand up and people see you. So that one will be around doing his thing in clay and getting Coco Finger to play around with clay to make a plate or a cup or something to do with, yes. The art name is Madonna. He's good in animation and cartooning. So he will be here also teaching people how to do all those things and other people. In the culture sector, we also have people who are going to do backcloth making. You see, backcloth is one of the things that are getting lost, the craft, and being demonized by the modern society. So we are going to have people doing live backcloth making and other things, but the process is key. We want the young people to see where we come from, what Uganda used to be in the past, and also mix it with the present. We are going to have live painting sessions. We are going to have people who are doing bamboo, live mural paintings. I said that on the film. People who are weaving. My brother from Gulu has run away. We want to have the weaving styles from all over Uganda, not just Kampala. This time, it's not just Kampala, but how are the mats made in Gulu, in Karamoja, in Kisoro, in Buganda, everywhere. Also fabrics. There are different fabrics. You realize that there are different fabrics from each region. So we want us to see the jewelry people put on, the fashions, the leather works, recycle art. This is a new kind of art that is being done a lot in Uganda. and we want to see people do it live here. The fabrication, carpentry, tailoring. We don't know how people, you find that our children don't even know how people come up with these fabrics or these clothes they're putting on. Madame Sylvia already is saying she's from fashion. And what does it mean to be a fashion designer? What's the difference between a tailor and a fashion designer? So this festival should really show us that. Also, there's a lot about visual art, the tie and dye, the live batik painting, and so many other things. Again, in demonstration, we want to go back to our roots and look at our local drinks. The ajono from Guru. How is it made? The tont from Buganda. The ajono in Uganda is marwa. Banana juice. Is it called enturi? Mr. President of gospel. Although you are gospel, but you should be knowing. Enturi, different things. How we make local coffee. Yeah, as opposed to the modern making coffee. Milk processing and preservation from different regions. Karamojongs, how do they preserve their milk? How do they make their ghee and all that, as opposed to the West? This should all be part of the processes that we are going to see. Waraja was advised we can't have live fire here, so we are going to have a video of how they make waragi. The local foods. People go to cafe, to restaurants and and enjoy local foods, but I don't know what they even made from. So we want our children who come to the festival to see if it is kalo, where does kalo come from? So showing us kalo from the beginning up to the end and how it is served. Some foods are not meant to be served while you are standing. Yeah? So all those things we should be able to see in this. The Baganda foods, the Eastern Uganda foods, the Western Uganda, Northern Uganda. And also, not forgetting that time is revolving. We're going to also have modern ways of cooking. Our famous Rolex. How do you roast chicken, goat, pork in a modern way? The traditional architecture that will be on video. The indigenous knowledge, the mama finas of this world. Yeah. Because there's a lot of intellectual property and copyright embedded in these researches of medicine. We should not just look at these herbs and the like just as a spiritual aspect, but also as an innovation and research in them. And how do these herbs work? Why do they have rituals performed on them? Is it really a spiritual thing, or it is a biological? Okay, for a fact, I know that some plants behave in a certain way in the day. They behave differently in the morning, differently, and the night differently. So these herbalists should be able to show us those things. We have a section of traditional games, Chigwo. I don't want to say Chigwe Chiganda because I was in Busoga and I saw Chigwe Chisoga. It was really, really different, but Chigwo. Traditional games like Omweso and other board games. Children games, Okwepena. I know Madame Sylvia, she was good at one time at Kwepena. Can she Kwepena again? Acrobats. Okay, musical instruments. We've seen instruments here being played. How are they made? The storytelling, innovation, illustrations and animation. The film people. The last time we had the demonstration in Dar es Salaam, film people here in Uganda surprised the whole of East Africa, how creative they are and how they come up with their props and machines they use. So we should be able to have the film people demonstrate how they make their films. And lastly, we're having a section of exhibitors. Exhibitors are these people who just come to show us what they have made and what they are going to sell to the public, as opposed to demonstrators. Demonstrators are to teach us on processes and how things are done. The market space is for people to sell. And here we have, because we are Uganda 1, We have a team that is going to vet what is going to be sold, and this should be Uganda, and supporting the government initiative of Bubu. So we want strictly products to be exhibited to be Ugandan, to bring out the Ugandan perspective. For now, and in the interest of time, that is a overall picture of what we are going to exhibit. But if there are any exhibitors here and demonstrators, branding and presentation, we emphasize it should be very key, because that's one of the things that puts value of Ugandan products down. So let's come out of this festival when our products have a different value as we came, and also a different market. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our friend from Uganda. I'm going to request Miss Sylvia Owori to come with Mr. Mujisha Habad from URSB. They're going to sign the check that shows that Uganda One has paid for the music that will be used during the festival. So we're going to request you to come back to come in front here. Please, media, come back. And please, ladies and gentlemen, do not be in a rush to leave. We have lunch. Do not leave the food for us. Do not leave the food for us. We have lunch. We have lunch. So after the signing, we're going to have a quick panel where you're going to ask questions to our panel, and also all right, so Miss Sylvia Owori is going to sign. The chairman is going to hand over the check to her. So she's going to hand over the check. The chairman is handing over the check to her. The license, okay. So the chairman is handing over the license to her. So on the panel, if you have any questions that pertain this festival, please get them ready. Get them ready. All right. That is the check. And the license is being signed. So to every artist that is going to perform at the festival, your music has been paid for. Money is coming. Colleagues, the money has come. So let's wait for January 8th to 9th. Right here at the Kololo Independence Grounds. Okay. So Mr. Uncle Yo-Yo, or Yo-Yo, is handing over the license, and the check is going to be handed over to him by Miss Sylvia Owori. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Uganda One Festival has officially been launched. 8th to 9th January, right at the Kololo Independence Grounds, 2026. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to request Miss Sylvia Owori to come sit on the panel. Mr. King Wesley, you're also going to come and sit on the panel. My friend, Mr. Ziwa, hereby Ziwa, hereby Ziwa. Miss Sylvia Owori, you're welcome to the panel. Mr. Hereby Ziwa, you're also welcome to the panel. Mr. Habat Mujisha, you're also welcome to the panel. Mr. Chalimpa, you're also very welcome to the panel. Solo will come another time. No. It's okay. I'm the moderator. All right. Also, Miss Navatanzi. Miss Navatanzi, you're welcome to the panel. Okay, so we are going to ask a few questions. And just in case you're out there and you have a question, please feel free to come and ask. So I'm going to start with King Wesley, the president of the Gospel Musicians. What does this festival mean to the gospel artists of Uganda?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say praise the good Lord. Come on, praise the Lord. Amen. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank the chairperson and also the chairperson of the National Organizing Committee and the Director of Operations at the Operation Wealth Creation, Madam Sylvia Wari. Your leadership has actually brought us into this space. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for you, I think the creatives would have taken more years without being recognized. But because of your leadership and your presence in a space like that, it puts us in a place where creatives are thought about, considered, and talked about where we are not. As the gospel, it means quite a lot. I think for the very first time, Uganda will see how far the gospel industry has actually grown to. We are beyond just those normal songs that you're used to listening to while growing up. Today, the gospel space is rich in innovation and also in terms of, yes, the arts and the creativity, but also in technology and software development. The gospel space has actually grown in a very big way. So the festival brings us on a platform, on a national platform, to be able to exhibit what we are all about, what we've been doing, and what we have so far. And that probably will also minister life, grace, and also hope to every Ugandan. Even in this particular period of time, we all need God, but God now is actually best exhibited in a different way. And given the fact that this federation is in every corner and sphere of this country, will be able to be represented by every region, by all the top amazing gospel ministers and artists that actually you have even known and those that actually have known. So Uganda One gives us a platform to, to be able to show Ugandans how far the gospel has reached. There are quite interesting innovations that are there already that we are excited to actually be able to exhibit on that very day. So, Madam Sylvia Wari, thank you very much for this particular initiative and platform, and the entire team at Uganda One Festival. So this is well-deserved. What a beautiful time to be alive in this particular era. And we want to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for his big heart and initiative to actually let the creatives now explode and expand and create beautiful things altogether. So the festival itself is just a huge platform for the gospel creative art industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, King Wesley. Now this goes to Miss Sylvia Wari. We had the Janzi Awards. I think it was in the year 2022. It was a really beautiful concept, very beautiful concept, considering the fact that we had not had really big awards. So these awards really made a big name in the country. But what happened? What really happened? And also, there are some inconsistencies that were seen during the awards. And after the awards, now we've seen the Uganda One Festival. How are you going to make sure that this time we are going to have an organized festival? Secondly, we see that there is a lot to do with arts, books, publishing, culture and heritage. We are going to see software development, but it looks like the focus here is on only musicians. So how are the other sectors going to be catered for the 2 days? That goes to Miss Sylvia Wari and also to Mr. Chalimpa from the Ministry of Gender. Reports came out, you're holding money for musicians. And musicians have really been fighting. Musicians have been fighting to get that money. What is the criteria for that money to be released? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, on the issue of the Janzi Awards, you all are aware it was actually one of the biggest awards on the continent. And the Uganda One Award, the Uganda One Festival is going to have an element of the awards. So the Janze Awards are now kind of also incorporated in the Uganda One. We thought we had to take some more time in reorganizing and replanning, and now we are ready to have it as an annual event. And that is very much thanks to the Ministry of Gender, who have been working tirelessly to plan together with us on this event. So on the issue of the domains, it's not only about music. Music is just one component. It's just like music is loud, you know, but there are a lot of other silent creatives. Like the films, like the crafts, like the fashion designers. But because music is the most loud, everyone will think it's about music. That's why you can see all the other domains are going to be actually represented, and they're equally going to be get resourced by the Ministry of Gender. So maybe he can.
Yes, Mr. Chalimpa.
Yes, one of the things that has happened over this period is, first of all, to identify the different domains. The ministry has had consultations with the different stakeholders. And today, I can confirm that we have 5 domains. I can also confirm that money has been released. The ministry has signed memorandums of understanding with the different domains that we are talking about. I will now go to the question that was raised. It's not true that the ministry has been sitting on the money. Government money has processes. The first thing is that the Ministry of Gender, after consultations with the different stakeholders, ensured that this money was provided for by the Ministry of Finance and was therefore embedded within the national budget. So that was the first achievement. Now, after the money was released to the Ministry of Gender within the national budget, the Ministry of Gender had to work out a modus operandi of how this money should be distributed. There was consultations, national consultations with the different stakeholders that led to the enactment of a framework or a system of how this money is going to be given. And that's how the issue of the domains came up. It is through those domains, therefore, that the Ministry of Gender now had to sign memorandum of understanding, and that led to the release of the funds. Now, it is now, after the money has been received by the different domains, it is now at that level that the money can be distributed to the different circles, involvement, the different stakeholders in the domains. So that is what was delaying us. We had to ensure that we do a good job. You know that this is not going to be a one-off kind of money. There is a will. We are building on a will, and we do not want to frustrate the goodwill that has been existing by mismanaging a process. So we had to wait and do a perfect job. And now we are sure that we are ready to roll.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Now, anyone with a question any person with a question to our panel? Any questions to the panel? Ladies and gentlemen, Coco Finger, you have a question? Okay.
Yes, greetings, beautiful people. I have a very simple question. Since this is about Uganda one, I think it's about the whole Uganda. Why are other performers or musicians from other regions not here? 80%? Okay, explain.
Just say invitations were sent out to all artists within various regions, but this is just a launch. What is really important is at the festival that all musicians and creatives from all the various regions of Uganda will be present. And these days with technology, as you know, Coco Fingers, we are live. And all of these people all over the country, all over the world, are basically watching us because we have made out an international announcement about this. They don't necessarily have to be physically present, but they are online with us.
We have a question. Please come and ask.
Hi. So I wanted to ask, for us, the fashion people...
Your name and where you come from. Thank you.
My name is Hassan from Sadis Fashion EJ. I wanted to ask, what is in for us, the fashion people, on that day? We want to know, what should we expect?
As a fellow fashion person and fashion designer, I think we have the fashion falls under the domain of visual arts. And fortunately, the president of that domain, can you stand up? So he's the president of the domain that covers the fashion, the crafts, and that. So anyhow you want to benefit, he's right there. He'll tell you how you basically benefit financially. But in terms of presenting, we are going to have various fashion shows. So for any fashion designers out there that want to be able to display their work, you can go to the president of the association so that and register. You can now start, anyone want to participate, you can register. As you see, we only have 21 days to the event. So we have to start right now to showcase. I personally, as a fashion designer, I will be showcasing, and I will also be relaunching my magazine called African Woman Magazine. Basically on that day, because I'm also a publisher. So I will also be launching on that day.
All right, thank you so much. This question goes to Ms. Nawatanzi. How is URSB going to help out through the whole festival, and how are artists and creatives also going to benefit from URSB?
Thank you very much. For URSB, it is to sensitize the creative industry, our creatives, that they do enjoy certain rights, and they can actually commercialize those rights so that they can have some benefits come back to them. For example, I don't know how many of them know that you can use your catalog as a collateral for loans. You can go and negotiate for a loan, provided you have your income streams well documented, you're good with record keeping. We have a law that allows you to use your copyright as a collateral for loans. So it is to go out there and let them know that they're actually having an asset. They don't have to have the actual tangibles, the land, the motor vehicles, but they can benefit from their creativity. And I can give you statistics. As at yesterday, we have only 1,062 copyrights that are registered. But we do know that, for example, UPRS has over 4,000 members. UFMI has close to 200 members. And all these people have works assigned to the CMOs. Euro has approximately 100 members, but they are not registering their works. And if you don't have a registration certificate, it's so hard for you to convince a stakeholder that you actually the sole claimant in that song, you're the only claimant in that book, you're the only claimant in that film. Because for them, they also need to manage the risk. That's why they insist, show me some documentation that can link you to that asset that you want to offer me as collateral. And then for the public, we want to let them know that they are bound to use content, but in accordance with the law. So they, as much as possible, must obtain licenses from the CMOs for those who are managing rights collectively, or they must approach those respective users and get permission before they use their content. Like the CEO of UPRS said, content is not free. It has to be paid for, because that is someone's economic livelihood that we are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And finally, Mr. Mugisha, there's been a question. For a very long time, artists are complaining about UPRS eating their money. Yeah. And also others complain that they receive very little, yet they put in a lot of work. We just want to address that one very shortly, then we can close this.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is unfortunate that that bad publicity has been behind the UPRS. There are quite a number of shortfalls, of course, that we are now working on to rectify what went wrong. Like I said, we are now working to create systems for collection so that now the creatives get what they deserve. In Uganda, music industry has grown and is so vibrant, but the musicians are not benefiting from the vibrancy. We have already identified that as a gap. And we're working towards that. And the first step is the participation in the Uganda One Festival, where we are now calling upon all the music, copyrighted music users who use music for commercial purposes, that they ought to have a license from UPRS. We've not been able to cover the entire country, but now we are going to do so. We are going to work closely with the government under the Uganda One Festival and the UPRS at 40 to reach every corner of the country, sensitizing the users that you must pay for the music that you use. We are also creating systems. We are now going digital. We are creating systems to enable someone deep in Kisoro to pay for the music that he uses without necessarily coming to Kampala, and also without necessarily having a staff of UPRS go to Kisoro. So that cry is coming to an end, and we are going to make sure that music pays. Like I said, we have rebranded, and our new tagline is music pays, and we are going to live to that promise. And therefore, I would like to assure all the musicians that we are creating systems. And these systems will be communicated as we go on, especially during the Uganda One Festival. And we are also going to, we are working with the partners now, which it never used to happen before. And the partners, of course, URSB is number one. We are going to work with the Uganda Tourism Board. And we are saying, in the grading process of hotels and hospitality facilities that heavily utilize the music industry, it should be tagged that before you are graded, pay the license. Because it is under sustainable tourism principles that you preserve and protect the tourist attractions. And the music is number one tourist attraction and a culture. We are going to work with the local government that if you are licensing a bar, a nightclub, you are licensing a gym that heavily uses music as the main commodity, kindly first ask for the license for music. To be fair, we are working with the National Rotary and Gaming Board, that all gaming, all casinos, all sports betting shops must pay, because all of them, they use music. We are working with the, we want to work with the KCCA, we want to work with all the city authorities, municipal councils, town councils, to make sure that they help us to collect the royalties. And therefore, once all these systems are in place, I can assure you, money is coming.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the panel. And I'm going to request our panelists to come in front for a group photo. And after that, we are going to have lunch. And we close off the ceremony. I've been Emeka the Romantic Muchiga, your moderator and host for the day. It's been a day. Please, may we come in front for a group photo? May we stand up for a group photo? May we stand up for a group photo? Our panelists. Then first the panelists, then solo, and the rest will join in. 80%. Okay. Oh, I join, eh? Okay. All right, the rest of us can join in. Solo. First solo, eh? Yeah, the rest of us can join in. Now it's 80%. Solo, you're making headlines today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have lunch. Please do not leave the food for us. We have lunch. Yeah, please, you can continue taking pictures. That was just an announcement. We have food. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome our culture dancers to give us the very last performance, Your Leng. Let's give it up for our culture performers.
Yoleng, na geng mo pelaya. Yoleng, mano kara kara. Yoleng, alawa yawa yo. Yoleng, mano wara wara. Yoleng, na geng mo pelaya. Yoleng mano kara kara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara. Ariya mo nigiria lubaye koya. Adwara mo nigidwara lubaye koya. Mutero long mwana nigitwea lubaye koya. Muwili wa bili nigitwea lubaye koya. Kaan lubaye kwara beitema. Kaan uleye kwara beitema. Kaan lubaye kwara beitema. Kaan uleye kwara beitema. Kubar nyakwe nigitwara pin lubaye koya. Ikape kuma nigitwara pin lubaye koya. Kuwilo matjay niginera lubaye koya. Kutiero kwe niginera lubaye koya. Kaan lubaye kwara beitema. Kaan uleye kwara beitema. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pili lili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara. Lubaga yabu yo ngara loro peria. Yabu yo. Lubaga oro lwen ngara loro peria. Oro lwen ndoma. Lubaga yabu yo ngara loro peria. Yabu yo. Lubaga oro lwen ngara loro peria. Oro lwen ndoma. Memerwe peirwengen. Yoleng. Negari lwen tano peirwengen. Yoleng. Umerwe peirwengen. Yoleng. Negari lwen lonya ni peirwengen. Yoleng. Lubaba na dino kiti. Ye koya. Lubaba montone. Ye koya. Lubaba na dino kiti. Ye koya. Lubaba montone. Ye koya. Kaan. Lubaye kwara. Intono. Kaan. Lubaye pira. Intono. Kaan. Lubaye rura. Intono. Kaan. Lubaye kwara. Intono. Pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano kara kara pilili. Yoleng. Yoleng mano wara wara.
Ladies and gentlemen, food is ready. Food is ready. May we please get some food before you go? Let's get some food, ladies and gentlemen. Please, DJ, it's time for food. Miss Sylvia Wari wants to lead us in the prayer. Please lead us in the prayer as we go for food.
Let's humble ourselves and pray for this food. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gift of life. We know that this is the day that you have chosen for us to finally come and break free and be independent and have our own resources finally. This is a journey that you have prepared for us. Thank you for everything that you've provided, and thank you for the food you've provided for us today. Let it nourish us, give us strength, and make us get ready and prepare for the very big festival for our country. I pray all of this in the name of Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much, Pastor Sylvia.